let's bring our first guest out. She is my personal favorite Michelson witch. Let's please welcome Freya Michelson herself, Riley Vocal.
Hi, guys.
Here, woo! Welcome. Okay, next up, we have everyone's favorite Josh, Steven Kruger.
Hey,
Steven, hi.
friends.
Okay, keep the claps going, guys. Next up, we have Nathaniel Balzic, Cole Michelson.
What's up, everybody? Riley.
Hi.
See, you always look beautiful. Stephen, my
And-
friend, the last.
Special thanks for joining super
and I was
early.
watching Stephen.
You know you
Yeah.
picked up, so thank you so
I
much.
did. 6 a.m. So bear with me, people. I'm
Extra
here.
claps for you. Thank
6
you.
a.m.
You're in bed with Nathaniel Bazelich right now, ladies and gentlemen.
You could have charged
Been
for
a
that.
dream for a long time.
All right, guys, put your hands together from your couch for Oliver, Mr. Chase Coleman. Woo-hoo. Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me. What's up, everybody?
Happy to have you here. All right, keep the claps coming, guys. We have Miss Monique Devereaux, Yasmin Al-Bastami. Hi. Welcome. And last but certainly not least, we have Declan Terrence Combs.
Ooh, I'm here too, guys.
Hello. Thanks so much for joining. Oh, this is awesome. The fans are super, super excited. We've been getting so many questions on all platforms. I think people have been binging the originals while in quarantine.
Yes, it's a
Our
good
11.
Club.
I know, right? And I think that's what most of them want to start with. I think the number one question I've gotten from all of the fans have been, what have you been binging during quarantine while they're binging the originals?
I watched Cheer.
Cheer was so good.
It was really good. I think I'm biased though because it takes place in Texas. So that's probably why I got really excited about it. But that's what I watched.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and plug in and say Hightown on
Oh, you
Stars.
would.
Sundays.
You would.
And
How much did you get paid for that, Riley?
Love you on Mondays. That's what I binge.
Shame on you. Shame on paid plug.
I will admit, Riles, I meant to text you, but I watched the first out. I don't have Stars, so I had to do like the free trial or whatever. And I watched the
for
first
sure.
It's awesome. It's really good.
Thank you. Thanks, Steven.
I will piggyback
Very different.
on your plug for sure.
Thank you.
I feel like I got caught up. I've watched some good stuff, but I also got caught up in some of the trash. Like, what's the one where they don't meet each other until they propose?
Oh, so
Love is blind.
That was garbage. I mean, complete and utter
Pure
trash.
garbage.
I saw all of it, but it was
As was the one where they were like on an island and couldn't
Love
hook up.
Island.
Yeah. Also pure trash. I mean, just
So good.
absolutely
Hey,
garbage.
Stephen, what's your takeaway? Love is blind. Is it blind? Is it not?
I think some of the couples are still together, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah.
All right.
Except like there were a couple girls on there who saw how short the guy was when they came out from like behind the window, and they were like, "No, I can't."
Oh.
Yeah.
That felt kind of messed up.
It felt messed up, especially because they were like, I don't care, no matter what he looks like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna love him. And then they were like, something's just missing after.
Also, they had like 5 chats over the course of like 3
Yeah.
days or something. It was pretty ridiculous. But like, long story short, I want those 15 hours of my life back.
Well,
Do you?
can't have 'em.
What would you be doing with them?
Yeah, that's a fair point, Torrance.
Doing these Zoom calls. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely binged Tiger King in the beginning. There
Yeah.
was nothing else much to do in the beginning. But sorry to go a little dark here, but I actually just watched the Jeffrey Epstein documentary on Netflix. I don't know if anybody remembers.
I heard that was
Just-
good,
I
actually.
watched it too. It was
It's
intense.
it's incredibly informative and insightful. So it was a good watch. But
Mhm.
went dark on that route. But
Yeah, subject
Very
change. Hey, what's the? I had this weird fan encounter. Not weird, but like it's quarantine around the world. I had a mask on and I had a hat on, so I was like fully covered. No one could and I got recognized by these 2 girls in this.
Yeah, but you
shopping
do that
center.
usually walking around LA too. So
Yeah.
What-
And they
yeah,
probably They
But,
probably
like, I'm talking,
recognize
like-
you from behind, I'm assuming.
Well, they recognized my eyebrows. I was like, what?
Distinctive.
What?
You got
Really
great eyebrows. You do.
I
Yeah.
guess.
They're
That's it.
solid.
distinctive.
I
think I would know it's you if I saw you on the street in a mask and a hat.
You reckon?
I think I would. And I'd call out to you and you'd just keep walking, you know? But I would know you knew.
That was one time, Riley. One time.
I did have a
Do
moment
you-
where I thought there was this person wearing a mask, and I'm like, oh, I think it's my friend. It's like it's her in the eyes, and I was staring at her as I was approaching, and then as I got closer, I realized it wasn't her, but I just had this like half a block long stare down
Like,
to see if I
this
knew
is the
who
time-
it was
It
behind the
happened to
mask.
me too in the grocery
Yeah.
store, like with the masks.
Definitely.
You stare.
Definitely the time where you're not supposed to be approaching strangers.
Yeah.
Have you?
Well, I
any
was trying. Yeah.
Have you like got a collection of masks now? I feel like I'm slowly collecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a fashion accessory now.
Yeah.
We need to get some cooler masks, I think.
Here, look, I'll show you all my masks.
Wow.
Oh,
There
wow.
we go.
For
Wow, you're a
any
hoarder.
outfit.
Okay, so we've got our Disney princess mask.
God,
Okay.
Shay's got props.
Nice.
Of course he
We've
did.
got a regular blue mask. We've got our
Nice.
Star Wars mask.
Okay.
Wow.
We have our super awesome medical mask that actually works. So yes, lots of masks that have been accumulated and hoarded over this time period now.
Yeah.
So-
No, I'm gross. I still have my one mask.
The one old
So-
mask.
Hey, you got
If you-
one though.
If you get invited to a bar mitzvah, Chase, which have you got a go-to mask?
Yeah, I got my Jewish mask. Yeah, the bar mitzvah. Actually, funny
Wear it
enough,
on your head instead of over your
You turned
mouth.
a yarmulke into a mask. Yeah.
one up here around my ears and one down here around my ears. Yes.
Yeah.
I buy all the stuff.
Look.
Did we lose someone?
No.
We getting
No,
someone?
just-
Oh, no
no,
worries.
Sound like someone got caught in a
Quarantine
bathroom.
time. I'm going to get to some fan questions here, guys, because they're coming in.
yes.
The first one that I'm seeing quite frequent. Nathan, do you prefer, or Nathaniel, I'm sorry, do you prefer Cole in TBD or the originals?
Ooh.
Reformed Cole or just, you know?
I think I prefer pre Cole, just because he was hated by more people. Everyone always says to me, "Oh, I used to hate your character, hated him," and then I kind of learned to love him when he sort of fell in love with Davina.
Like you
But
and
I don't know. Yeah, what's that? It's like real life. I used to hate you, Nathaniel, until I got to know you as a human, and then I was like, "Oh, you're actually not a bad human. Okay, I'll accept that." Yeah, so I think it was more fun to play bad Cole. I liked kicking down doors and putting Ian Somerhalder in headlocks and beating him up with a baseball bat. So I'll go first. First
So
Cole.
fun. So fun, yes.
Yeah, it's so much more enjoyable. I mean, look, all respect to Danielle Campbell. It was easy to kiss her, but it was just more enjoyable to beat up Ian Somerhalder.
Sounds fun.
And now watch it. Someone's going to go tell Danielle Campbell, this is the quote, Nathaniel Bozolich prefers beating up Ian Somerhalder than, soundbite. That's it. Done.
Texting it right now.
In fairness, you did just say that.
yeah. But look, I don't think when I speak. That's the problem.
That's not fake news. It actually just happened.
Another big fan question is, which character, in all of y'all's opinions, do you think got the happiest ending? Most are saying they're divided between Freya and Josh. Even though you died, you got a really happy ending.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, I think because I didn't die, it was probably slightly happier.
Mhm.
But
I'm willing to give you
Josh
that.
got a good ending.
Right.
He's in heaven, technically.
I'm in big gay heaven.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Maybe yours is happier. Yours
Yeah.
is happier.
Heaven,
It was like a beautiful ray of sunshine, like beaming down right as I walked into.
That's true.
It was
That's
pretty nice.
true.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're still alive. Have you shown up on Legacies yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came to visit Hope and I told everyone that I have a kid who's named Nick after the clouds, obviously.
Wow. Who's
Was
Nick?
that the story? Was that the storyline? Do you just rock
That was-
up? Oh, I got a kid. I gotta go.
I'm out. Basically.
my
By the way,
bus
I
is
have to
coming. My bus. I gotta get out of here.
named him after,
But FYI, I've got a kid. Don't forget. His name's Nick.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah.
Nick, what's up? Nick Marcusson.
cousin. Check him out.
All right.
How's
so
Nick? How is Nick?
We'll get on that one.
He's doing great. He's growing
he's
up.
doing
He
good?
looks just like his dad. Yeah. I mean, not his dad. Oh my gosh. He looks
Who's the father?
he looks
does that work
like his
exactly?
uncle.
Who's the father?
Well, it's me and Keelan, so there's no father, two mothers.
Ah,
The sperm had to come from
I mean, essentially, I'm assuming there
Sure.
is a father. Oh, it may be. I forgot about this. Oh my gosh, who did Yusuf? Vincent. It's Vincent. We ask Vincent to father our child.
Oh, that's right. You guys did do
That's
that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's the father because that would be nice.
Well, I'm glad we all know that. I'm glad we all paid attention to the scripts while we were filming it. That's right.
I know. I
Yes,
almost
Vincent.
forgot for a second.
To be fair, this is like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
was a while ago.
Oh, I think it technically is like 5 years ago because quarantine has made life just seem a little bit longer.
Yeah, I forgot. The beginning of quarantine was actually 2 years ago.
Yeah. hmm
Another big fan question, guys. A lot of people want to know how you guys auditioned for your roles, if you remember, because that was probably now like 20 years ago with quarantine time.
Yeah.
Was there any like specific character you auditioned for, but you actually became another character?
They
I
gave me,
auditioned. Oh, go ahead. Go, Chase.
sorry. Well, I was gonna say they gave me dummy sides. They actually used the scene. Mason Lockwood was in Vampire Diaries. Mason Lockwood was talking. There's two separate scenes where Mason Lockwood once was talking to Ian or Damon, and then Mason Lockwood was once talking to Stefan. And it was the whole dichotomy of the good brother and the bad brother and how they talked to him. Because, I was going off with the werewolf, one of the werewolf characters, so from Oliver. So they used that because it was supposed to represent Niklaus versus Elijah, Klaus versus Elijah. So they were seeing how, we dealt with the good brother and bad brother scenario. But that's what I remember specifically is reading those sides. Because funny enough, after I was offered the role, I then just binged, Vampire Diaries and binged the originals to just figure out what this world was and what was going on. And then I ended up seeing those scenes that I actually auditioned for, that I read for, which I thought was really funny when I finally saw. I had no idea until I watched the Vampire Diaries. That was cool and fun when I saw that in the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, my sides ended. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, Torrance, go.
Okay, I'll make it quick. I got the call to audition, and it said, "We want this character to be Irish, but if you're not Irish, under no circumstances should you attempt the accent. We don't want to hear it." So I said, "I'm going to do an Irish accent." So I went in and did it, and then I got it. And then it turns out that it is hard to do an Irish accent and
You
sustain
did great.
it. But I didn't have dummy sides. I had real scenes, but all the names were changed. So it turns out I was talking to completely different characters once I got on the show. So I couldn't leak anything.
Were they like Stefan's name was like Jack Ryan, and they were like, "You're talking to Jack Ryan."
I'm talking to Jack Ryan. No, it was like Luke Skywalker. No, I don't know. I don't remember. It was dummy names.
I also auditioned for, or I don't know if they were dummy sides. I imagine they were, I guess, because I thought I was auditioning for Davina's sister. And the whole time, even when I booked the role, they didn't tell me. It wasn't until I got to Atlanta to shoot. And I think Karina, like a few days before, told me, "Yeah, you're one of the Michelsons." And I had no idea. Yeah.
When you said I'm one of the Michelsons, wow, I'm going to be working with Nathaniel Bozolich. So nervous. This is going to be.
I was
I'm gonna need double the money.
I was so nervous. I was like, as long as we don't sit by each other, it's fine. I can probably handle
And
it.
look, I stuck to that for like.
And you were super nice to me, but you also thought I was an extra and thought, why am I sitting?
Oh, I remember that because we were on some sort of like weird date in that episode. I was like, this extra is
we
so
were.
nice. And they're treating us so well. Finally, the industry in the United States is starting to treat extras with respect. Thank you. Like I've been fighting for this for so long. But then I realized you're actually one of the main cast. I was like, oh,
So funny.
that was a bit awkward. I actually auditioned for Stefan for the Vampire Diaries long ago. And then I got offered Cole years later when they realized that I looked exactly like Daniel Gillies, except a less attractive version.
Oh no, come on. I don't think there's someone on here that's not attractive.
There's about four people who have
Daniel Gilly is
Yes!
probably one of the most perfect men of all time. So
Yeah, he's perfect.
I agree with Nathaniel. You know, he's very difficult.
Yeah, you can't compete with perfection.
I agree. I agree with that.
I think I actually remember I turned down the audition like 2 or 3 separate times for Josh before I finally agreed to.
Really?
Yeah, because I read it and I knew that it was a gay character, but the way that it was written, it seemed like they wanted something that I just didn't think I was the best choice for. It seemed like they wanted like kind of a really flamboyant and kind of out there
typical character.
Yeah, big character, prototypical. And I was just like, this doesn't seem like the kind of character I want to play or that I would be good at playing. And they finally were like, that's not, you're misreading the sides. He's actually just supposed to be kind of like a cool college kid. And, you know, that's like one very small element of who he is. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll go in and do it. And yeah, thank God.
That worked out.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, God, what an idiot. What was I thinking?
Stupid.
Don't turn down auditions, man.
Yasmin, what about you?
I actually sent in a tape, and I don't know if mine were dummy sides. I don't remember if I did the scene or not, but I just remember I tossed pebbles into a lake.
Oh.
Did you bring pebbles into the audition?
Yeah,
No, I pretended because I did not have the pebbles.
Because she's an actor.
Or the lake.
She can pretend.
Yeah.
I forgot my pebbles.
I'm method. I would have brought a bucket of water and pebbles.
You would
I would
have
tried to get them in the water.
You want the sounds and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I one time helped Nathaniel with a self-tape for a thing. And he, my God, it's like shooting a freaking short film.
I did as well. I helped him with short.
Like steady cam, like vest, like getting close, like, make it artistic. It's really, he really commits. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
It was, and look, guys, that's why I've got a shark movie coming out in 2 months. Okay, that's what happens.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Let's hear about it. What's
Do you
happening?
get eaten?
Do you play the shark?
I hope he gets eaten.
I don't play the shark. I auditioned for it. Said I didn't have enough depth.
You play Trevor?
Enough depth.
You didn't have the gills to pull it off.
Yeah, but no, it's called Deep Blue Sea 3. Don't let the title fool you. Don't need to watch the second one.
The first one was good. I like the original. It came out a long time ago.
The original was solid, and you know, I guess probably I was a little bit like hesitant to do a shark movie after I saw the second one, but then they've actually done a really, really good job of it. I've seen about 90% of the movie, and yeah, it's fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, but you know what? The same thing happened with Fast and the Furious. So like, forget the second one, and then like they made 10 of them after that. And
yeah. So
there you go.
So maybe Deep Blue Sea 10. I'll be in, you know, and it'll be with fast cars and fast fish.
You'll be
and Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah.
Vin Diesel. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of legacy franchises, Legacies is another thing that a lot of these fans want to see you guys on. I know most of you have passed on. I'm not sure if the other side in the Vampire Diaries universe still exists anymore, but would you be open to a crossover or wanting to? I mean, Freya Michelson, we've seen a lot. Or, well, we've seen you once. We might see you again. What about the rest of you guys?
I've learned that literally anything can happen in this universe. Like, they bring people back from the dead like it's just a normal, you know, eating dinner on Wednesday. So, yeah. I mean, literally anything can. I was doing a game night with Julie like a few weeks ago, and she said something along the lines of, I mean, it's weird. It's weird how this whole pandemic is kind of affecting our industry, and they're going to be super scared to bring in, I think, new actors a lot of times and fly them in from places and all that kind of stuff, and you know, have guest stars that have never been there before and all that kind of stuff. And she literally told me anything's possible at this point. Bringing people back from the dead, bringing people that, you know, were in Vampire Diaries on season 1, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think anything can happen.
I think there's an opportunity for Cole to come, you know, back to Legacies and tell him about his child with Davina, and then probably leave, sort of very similar fashion. You know, I've got a child.
Did you just make it up?
His name's Greg. I gotta go.
No, Greg.
It's actually, I literally had that arc on another show. I was recurring on a different show. And then like 3 seasons later, they brought me back as a one-off and I had a kid and then I left. It's a thing.
Could you imagine
What actually happens?
Just imagine in the writer's room, they're like, we need to bring another character in. What should we do? We've got a natural disaster. Nah, too diseases. No, too close to home. What about a kid? Let's just bring him back. So he's got a kid. Perfect. What's the kid's name? Oh,
Greg.
But then once you have the kids, you're never going to come back to the show again because they don't want to hire the child and deal with the whole sort of restricted hours on set and everying. So as soon as you have a kid,
oh, you mean like
gone.
5 seasons on our show?
Yep.
And what they'll do is they'll just age you, make you really old so they can hire an adult actor is what they'll do.
Oh, there you go.
They don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I do feel bad. Do you guys remember, Riles? You probably remember it. Everybody gave Danielle so much shit on the last season of the originals because she was 17 until like
Yes.
October or something,
Yep.
and so it was always like
Halloween's her birthday.
yeah, exactly.
And we were all upset because as soon as she turned 18, she had the normal hours, which meant we also then had full hours.
Yeah, they would work the schedule entirely around her for like the first 3 months we were shooting, and we're like, we've all fucking been here for 4 years, and this girl comes in and just gets like the schedule formed to whatever she needs.
It's because she was underage, and there was like rules. Yeah, it was so funny, and then we really enjoyed it because we didn't work as many long hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they would just shoot her out and then
That's true. Or we were
4 more hours into the night.
Yeah.
But,
All right, big kids, you're working late shift.
it was all worth it. Danielle is a lovely human being.
She is great. She is great.
Back to that question, and I'm looking at Yasmin as well, because Yasmin, you and me worked together around the same time. A lot of our storylines were really parallel. But I remember way back then when Oliver had ended his storyline, and a bunch of fans started a whole "We Want Ollie Back" campaign for a while that I perpetuated as well.
I started it.
But I remember, you actually took a photo with us a long ass time ago. I think at Icon years ago.
Yep.
But
I came up with the hashtag, just so you know.
Yeah.
We Want Ollie Back. Yeah,
I remember you coming up with that. Yeah.
You remember that? But I remember specifically seeing an article that Michael Narducci was talking about, and you were just saying as well, Liz, that the other side, I guess, that existed, that where supernatural beings would cross over.
It was blown up, I think.
Yeah, it was destroyed.
Yeah.
And I remember him commenting in the article itself about not happening. Nobody's not happening anymore. I'm like, well, there you go. But then, like you just said, Stephen, like not even probably a few weeks later, they bring somebody back anyway, because anything can happen, as you've already stated.
I think I was in that afterworld where it was supposed to be all destroyed.
The majority of everybody was supposed to, I don't know, get there. But yeah, and then you came back, right? So it's like, who knows? But that's what I remember. I mean, I think it's gotten to the point now where, I don't know. I don't know if it would, I don't know how they would even do that, how they would bring back and morph that into the legacy storyline.
I mean, look, here's the deal for everybody that's watching. By season 3 of the originals, they had spun such a complex web of mythology that dated back all the way to the beginning of Vampire Diaries. I literally remember them having conversations in the writers' room about wait, hold on. Is that conflict that thing that we introduced 6 years ago in Vampire Diaries? Because we know that the fans are going to remember even if we don't.
Yeah.
So, I think it's point they were just like, forget it. Let's just do it. And if anybody calls us out, we'll just, plausible deniability.
Yeah, we'll just say, oh no, there's a new blue magic totem that.
There's always a loophole. That's what we said on set.
Yeah,
always a loophole.
Always a loophole.
It's a new witch.
I will say, if there was someone who should not come back, it would be my character Monique. I don't think she deserves to come back just because she wanted to kill a baby the whole time.
You were pretty bad. I remember that.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
You were pretty bad.
And you killed your sister, right?
Yeah. What an asshole.
I don't know. You could be reformed, because I always tell the fans on that tweet us too that are upset that Klaus died. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but he killed quite a few people, a lot of people. He redeemed himself. Maybe he went to gay heaven with Josh and got to, live out his eternity there.
Bring it.
Yeah, you would hope so. I hope so.
Not mad.
Hey, Stephen, why are you not growing your beard during quarantine? What's going on?
I mean, I had been, honestly. I like literally just shaved for the first time in a while a couple days ago. I went to Utah last week and it just got way too freaking hot. So I had to get rid of it. I have not cut my hair though. I have not. That's why I wear a hat like pretty much always. But like,
yeah, join that. Look, it looks good though, bro.
Dude, I've cut my hair in 3 months. It's amazing. Yeah. I was thinking about going to get a haircut sometime this week, but now I just kind of want to see where this goes.
Dude, man bun. We're all doing man bun.
Ride it out.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm cool enough to pull off a man bun, but I could give it a shot.
Oh yeah.
We're about to find out. We're about to find out.
Warren's maybe the only cool enough one to pull off a man bun.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, have you done it? Have you ever done it before?
No. This is the longest I've ever got my hair. It gets to here and then I cut it every time because it's too annoying. But
do it.
No, you do it.
Oh, I'm going to. I'm doing it.
Okay, do it then.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me to shave, and I just like, well, basically just my mum actually, because I'm back home in Australia. She's like, just shave. You look horrible. I'm like,
it looks a little creepy. I mean, I wouldn't say horrible, but like on the scale of 1 to creepy, it's like an 8.
I mean, do you like it?
I actually do like it. I do. I don't mind having a beard. It just, I thought it would I wouldn't get recognized or anything from it, but everyone just recognizes me and tells me to shave. So
is it soft?
It's actually pretty nice. I use a beard balm. Yep. If I was as bad as Riley, I would have probably promoted the beard balm to try and get some.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Melbourne beard balm. There you go. But no, it's good. I have to shave soon.
Well, more of the fans are asking questions. A lot of people want to know if anyone stole anything from set.
Steven. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got a lot of shit that I took that nobody told me about. Well, actually, I do remember. I guarantee I know Riley did. Bisalik, I'm pretty sure you did as well.
I didn't until the last day, remember? And our costume designer told us we could have some extra stuff, but I think she regretted it because we all came in that day and I just grabbed 12 of Freya's leather jackets. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She had told us, she was like, look guys, this stuff has to go back to the studio. They definitely know everything that's here. So you can take 2 or 3 things from your rack. And, all kind of bombarded the room, and so they couldn't really keep track of any of us.
It's like Black Friday,
just pulling shit off of the racks and stuffing it into a bag. I got 3 custom suits. It was great. I felt a little bit bad when we left because somebody was probably blamed for that. But
yeah.
Someone was blamed. Someone got fired. Someone will never work again in the industry.
But I got a suit, so
I mean, yeah.
But I got a great suit for my court appearance with Warner Brothers.
I also still have my vampire teeth in a little clear plastic jar in my nightstand, and it's a little I had a girl over and she saw them and was a little creeped out.
Into that,
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I might just need to wear them around.
Yeah.
I wish I had taken furniture,
there was some nice furniture.
Could have auctioned that stuff off.
Yeah.
The whole set was that, so there were just some scenes shot in New Orleans, right? It was actually shot in Atlanta.
Only season 1 and a tiny bit of the finale was shot in New Orleans. Everything else was shot in Conyers, which is an hour from Atlanta, and all our stages were built there. So even the courtyard, everything was built inside from the ground up.
It was one of the more impressive set production designs I've ever seen.
Yeah, the courtyard was great.
It was every set that they built was just unbelievable.
Yeah. There was one time, I think one of the last things I shot where they actually did do some insert stuff in New Orleans. I know that you guys probably did too a couple of times, right? Didn't they ever take you guys to New Orleans to do
No, and I was mad. I wanted to go so bad, and I never got to go.
I also never
one shot, literally me just walking outside the warehouse. That's all it was. And then I was walking on the waterfront, and I went into the warehouse, and then they cut to the stuff we did on the sound in the studio.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they would go down periodically and just take a camera crew and shoot some interior stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, they would.
We also made that whole street, remember, in Conyers? Looks just like New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, the huge parade.
Yeah, we owned a street and all the businesses on it. And so they just made it like New Orleans and we shot there all the time.
Really well done.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
crazy,
they
yeah.
owned the
I
street?
mean,
So like
production.
it was like that. I mean, you remember that street in Conyers, and it was like normal businesses. It was like dentist's office and lawyers and all this stuff. And anytime we had to shoot there, they would just let them know, and like they would pay the businesses to close.
And some of them we actually owned, right? I mean, production did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it looked like a studio backlot, but it was an actual functioning town as
It was
well.
an actual street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just beyond where we shot, there was a cafe that was still open that like people would just, I don't know how people always found out where we were shooting and when.
Uh-huh. They
But
did.
they
though.
probably had to post notices about it because if you're going to shoot anywhere, you'd have to put get the the town to know and permissions and all that sort of stuff. So they would have had
Well, and there's a real, isn't that where the real Mystic Grill is now? Like it's an actual restaurant that's Mystic Grill, and there's like a fan memorabilia.
There's a real Mystic. Sorry to interrupt. There's a real Mystic Grill that's there in the square. Of
That's
Covington.
what I mean. Is that a
Covington.
different street?
Oh, it's in Covington.
In
Yeah.
Covington.
Covington,
I
yeah.
mixed it up. Sorry.
Was that there before or after the show?
I think they started the Mystic Grill right after the show kind of started. Yeah, and they
That's
kept up
awesome.
with it, and it's been a regular restaurant and bar for. In fact, when I would go there and do a lot of the, when they would watch the finales and stuff.
Mhm.
I know some of you guys did some events there. I would go to a concert in Mystic Grill each time. Like they played on the roof deck or something.
Oh, right on.
Covington, yeah.
paid post. You guys are all sellouts.
Bro.
We're getting some more. We're getting a lot of fan questions in here too. And don't forget, fans, you can also, the ones that are watching on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, you still have time to purchase those additional paid exclusive experiences like the one-on-one private video chats, autographs, custom video recorded messages. I believe that Riley and Nathaniel are doing the duo chat. So make sure you check that out. You can find those at wizardworldvirtual.com.
Why are there so many cats?
We promised we'd show our cats.
A cat. Oh,
Yes.
we were hoping to get a
Name.
cat. What is your cat's name?
Quentin Meowantino.
Oh my god, that's amazing. How old is he?
4.
4. Oh, very sweet. Wait, someone's trying to Torrance is trying to one up you.
Oh my God, does everybody have a cat?
cat?
Okay, Torrance, what's your kitty's name?
This is Daenerys.
Stop it.
Daenerys.
Daenerys,
Yeah.
you were robbed. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Chase, what
Your
is
character was assassinated. It's okay. Literally and figuratively.
Tobias, and he's not super happy about. I'm holding him against his will right now in front of me.
He's like, I told you I didn't want to be on camera.
a cute kitty?
Hold on, I'm gonna run outside real quick and see if I can track one down.
Guys, Nathaniel, Yasmin, Steven, do you have pets?
No.
No.
I do. I have a little dog, but if I woke him up, he would be so mad because he's still sleeping.
You have a little dog?
What kind of dog?
Maltese Shih Tzu.
Aw.
A Multi-Poo.
That sounds about right.
The old multi-poo,
Well,
yeah.
No, Shih Tzu, multi-shit.
Oh, that's another way of saying it.
Well, yeah, Maltese Shih Tzu, So
Yeah, that's a multi-shit. Yeah.
he's sleeping. I'd go and wake him up, but he would just be so annoyed and then confused, and then Yeah.
Come back next week to meet Nathan's multi-shit.
Yes. When it's not 6 a.m. or whatever time it is where you are. Thank you again for joining so early.
Yeah, look, it's the least I could do. I'm still in bed, so
So you did do the absolute least you could do.
Oh.
I put headphones on so I could hear everyone better.
Very kind of you. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, I tried to work out how to mute people on this because I wanted to mute Steven, but I just haven't worked it out yet.
You've been trying to do that.
Is there a block feature or anything that you could just?
A lot of fan questions. A lot of fans are wanting to know if you could be any other character in the originals other than your own character. Who would you choose to be and why?
Elijah.
That's all it.
Elijah.
Elijah?
Yeah.
Not Daniel Gillies, but Elijah.
Yep.
Steven, is it because you wanted to steal his suits, his costume suits as well?
Yeah. Oh, did you mean characters? I thought you just meant like the actual human being.
I mean, either
I
or.
just want to be
Daniel Gillies. Yeah, Daniel Gillies.
We all want to be Daniel Gillies.
Daniel Gillies. Yeah.
I don't want to be Gillies. No, I'd like to be Gillies.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll just follow him around and just laugh at his jokes all day. I'll just do that.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. I want to be Daniel Gillies when he was doing Saving Hope or something like that?
Yeah.
Hope. Yeah.
That's why we shot on Saturdays.
Canadian show, I think.
Dude, you do not want to be Daniel Gillies when he was Saving Hope. I don't know if fans, Riley, do fans know this? That Daniel Gillies for the first 2 seasons of our show he was also on another show.
And regular on that show. And that's why we shot on Saturdays because
and he started that show first. So they had like priority for his schedule. And so he would literally, and they shot in Canada. So literally he would
Toronto.
Friday night to Atlanta, shoot on Saturday and Sunday, and then fly back to his other job on Sunday night or Monday morning. And he was doing this for almost 2 years. I mean, he had just had kids.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a lot. It was
a lot.
I don't know how he did it.
It's like, it's pretty.
But he was still so awesome with it.
That, like our weekends were Monday and Tuesday because of Daniel Gillies.
Yeah.
Guys, my life is horrible. Like this.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I could barely do it with my kids at home. I couldn't imagine traveling between countries. Sheesh.
It was insane.
It was insane.
Well, we just have a few minutes left, and I was wondering if we should a lot of the fans are talking about ships here, and I don't want to get too into the ships, but but they do want to know who are some of your favorites, romantic or non-romantic. We got the brother ships, Marcel and Josh. A lot of people are saying they loved that friendship. Who were some of y'all's favorites through the whole series?
Tough crowd.
I know.
Crowd.
I could go on my personal favorites. I just, I love Freya and Keelan. They were just how you guys ended up.
They were great.
Girl power, y'all.
Yeah, girl power.
I really love that Aiden and Josh ship. Broke my heart.
Did too. I really loved Aiden and Josh.
I actually did cry. Josh, I'm letting you know I cried for you. Steven, I cried for you. I really did when he went out.
I saw him cry. It was he was
work.
He was a broken man for months.
He's not a pretty crier, is he? Very ugly.
That's just
Really.
Yeah.
I also just loved I don't know if this counts as a ship, but the whole Michelson family, like the siblings. Being together, like when they were all together, which was rare that we would have scenes all together. But when you know what,
Riley, do you know what they call that? That's a cruise ship.
Oh, Nathan's had that in his pocket for 40 minutes now. He's just waiting for the right time to pull it out.
Oh, he's pulled it out.
Brilliant.
Boom, boom.
Brilliant drop.
Woo. You know what? It might be 6 a.m. in Australia, but I still got it, Stephen.
Firing on all cylinders.
And that's why Danielle Campbell fell in love with me on set. It never came out, but obviously she completely fell in love with me. And even though she was dating someone who was very, very successful on One Direction.
I was going to say, I can't remember One Direction, but
she was in love. And even though now she's with
she's with Aiden.
With Aiden, which she's very happy.
Colin?
She's with Colin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They're doing for everybody who cares. Danielle and Colin are doing fantastic.
Are they?
Good to hear.
Very happy. They're moving in together. Believe it or not.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
They're a great couple.
They really are.
I just like watching them on Instagram together.
Earth.
I'm just like.
They're a very beautiful couple. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's who I ship. I ship reality.
There you go. Well, I think that's what fans love most about the show is, you could tell just from y'all's social media and everything, and it really portrayed through the filming too, that you guys all really cared about each other, respect each other, like each other, and that's why we really love the show.
Except for Steven. We didn't respect or like Steven.
Nobody.
No one did. It was
what drives me though. It's kind of what fuels me. So,
I miss you so much. Steven also auditioned for Deep Blue Sea, guys. I don't think you mentioned that when I brought it up, but guess I got that.
That is true. I'm putting that in my wall of shame that Nathaniel Bisalik beat me out for it.
You guys see what I had to deal with on set? Like literally in the middle between these.
This is a bad time to say that I also auditioned for Deep Blue Sea 3.
Oh, he's got it. Look, guys, the only reason I got the job is because I actually went to a swimming pool and I did my entire scene underwater. So that's what got it.
Oh, I can't wait to watch this movie.
Well, from all the fans, thank you so much for joining us. If you guys have just a little last word to say before we wrap up here to thank the fans from, I mean, literally, these guys are from all over the world. We have Europe, Asia, South America. They're from everywhere.
You said you had people from Iraq as well?
Yeah, Iraq,
so
France,
awesome.
Germania.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. So if you want to give a little last thank you before we wrap up from everybody.
Yeah, I'll start. I'll kick off. Thank you so much to everybody who has tuned in today. We're so grateful for your just ongoing support. I think I've been more and more surprised as the years go on that we finish this show that people just continue to love it, fall in love with it. We have a new generation of people watching it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in today. We're really grateful and we hope you had a little bit of a laugh wherever you are in the world.
I'll go next unless Riley wants to. Riley, you're about to talk. You want to go?
Oh, Chase, go.
What I was going to say is, again, piggybacking up on Nathaniel said, thank you so much. It's really awesome that we have the opportunity to connect with all of you right now during this crazy time. And about that, what I was going to say is it is indeed a crazy time. And I think, the entire world is changing right now. So, just keep in mind that we're all in this together. And it's great that we get to, still have these moments to connect like this, even though we're not going to potentially be able to be in these big crowds like we used to do. But eventually the world will slowly go back to normal. So thank you, all of you, during this crazy time for giving us your time and tuning in to us. Thank you for that.
Chase, Riley?
I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and support, and to continue to not only love others, but love yourself and help spread love. I know things are really hard right now, but I think there's also a lot of good change that's happening right now. And I think we're all in this together. And I'm so grateful for all of you. You guys are perfect the way you are. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Riley. Yasmin?
Yeah, I just also thank you guys for tuning in, especially now with everything that's going on in the world. So I appreciate it. I'm sure everybody else appreciates it. Thanks for the laughs, everyone. And kind of what Nathaniel was saying, it's just so funny that I haven't been on. It's been like 4 years for me. So the fact that people are still watching and tuning in, and that's probably what they're binging on Netflix. But the fact that people are still doing that and still watching the show and it's still relevant for some people, and hopefully it's entertaining for some people, it's amazing. So grateful to all y'all. Thank you.
Torrance or Steven? You guys want to go next?
I'll go. Then we can close out with Steven. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I also want to thank this cast. I was, a really sort of late addition to the originals, and everybody was just so welcoming and made me really feel a part of it. And I'm so grateful that I now get to be a part of panels like this and see you guys again. So thank you. And thank you everybody for watching.
Love you, Torrance.
Woo! Awesome. There you go, Liz. Everyone's spoken now. So we can wrap up.
I knew that was coming. I actually knew that was coming. That's how well I did it.
I think we all did.
That's it. That's it. We can wrap it up. I don't think it's perfect. Everything's good.
It's the low-hanging fruit all
hey,
the
you
time.
know I miss you, bro. You know I miss you.
I got you, brother. I so appreciative to all of you guys for being here and for hanging out with us. I guess I just want to encourage everybody to really make sure you take care of yourselves. I think it's easy to kind of get caught up in the 24-hour news cycle these days, and it's really, really easy to kind of get into a mood and a state that is not always very fun to be in. So take care of yourselves, lean on the people that are close to you. And anytime we have stuff like this, join us, because this is a nice little reprieve from everything that's going on out there. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Do it again soon, I hope.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. This is, I'm just telling you, at least from Wizard World and from the Pure Fandom community, people have been talking about this all week. Like, this has really been a bright spot in a pretty stressful time. So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Feel free to sign off. We don't want to see you go, but thank you so much for joining.
Hey, this is Alex Malari Jr., and you are watching Fandom Spotlight. Be sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Your Emperor commands it. Thanks for watching.